Good morning to one and all. My topic is a study on the impact of employee welfare on absenteeism. The study is mainly reached with the employee absenteeism and how the employee welfare uh, impacts the absenteeism. The major problem for the management, it involves high additional expenses. The absenteeism hinders planning, uh, production, efficiency and functioning of the organization. In fact, high rate of absenteeism affects the organization state of wealth and also supervisors and managerial efficiencies. The project title the project title, A Study on the Impact of Employee Welfare on Absenteeism, determines the employee's condition, salary, welfare measures, and attendance program, training program, motivational techniques, and promotions. To achieve this defined objective, having took the structural questionnaire based on this preliminary study, it has been prepared. The questionnaire has been direct response from the employee, and the employee has given their opinion. By that, I have been analyzed and interpreted by using these statistical tools like percentage analysis, chi-square, and correlations. After analyzing and interpreting, I reveals the following point that they have to improve the working condition, increase in salary, transport facility for the second shift, and introducing the attendance program. They have to improve their motivational techniques and promotions, incentives, increasing the leave for the employee and welfare facility also. Cha- Introduction. Concept of absenteeism is it is a practice or a habit of being an absent, and an absentee is one who habitually stay away from work. According to the labor slim law, absenteeism is a total manship lost because of absence as percentage of total number of manship scheduling to work. Absenteeism refer to the unauthorized absence towards the work. They are failure of employee to report for the work when they are scheduled as the work. The work on recognized holiday, vacation, approved leave of absence or leave of absence for allowed to collect agreement provision could not be included. The measurement of absent rate is equal to number of man's day lost divided by number of man's day to work. The employee welfare means it is anything done for the intellectual, physical, moral, and economical betterment. It also helps to procure the health of the employee to be well satisfied and give a job security directly or indirectly. To improve their organization welfare measures, it maximizes the strength by the employee gaining interest. Industry profile. According to the global scenario, in 2014, the world crude steel production reached 1,661 million tons and showed the growth of 1.2 percentage over 2013. China remained the world's largest crude steel producer in 2014, followed by Japan. India is at the fourth position. In 2014, following growth of 3.8 percentage in 2013, while in 2015, world steel demand will grow up by another 2 percentage and reach 1,594 million tons. As per the forecasting, India outlook is improving, and in 2014, Indian steel demand is expected to grow by 3.4 percentage. Per capita finished steel consumption in 2013 is estimated as 219 kg for the world and 5,545 kg for China by WSA. The role of government in the steel industry is the role of Minister of Steel is now considered the facilitator rather than the regulator. This is how the government itself sees its role. Some of those roles are given below. They are given the optimalistic feature for the steel industry by promoting the competitive force in the industry is for some importance. They providing linkages for raw material, rail movement clearance, and to motivate to start the new plant and expansion of existing one. Regular interaction with entrepreneur proposing to start up the new venture to review the progress of implementing and solve the problems. encouraging by R&D's activities in the steel industry. The major players of steel industry is Tata Steel, Steel Authority of Indian Manufacturer, Ishwar Steel, Jindal Iron and Steel, Ambika Steel Industry. Major challenges faced by the steel industry is by human resources to procure the manpower to retain the best engineer is a challenging task. In manufacturing and mining, depleting resources reserves the iron ore and steel. Competing is increasing. Resources are limited. The biggest giant for the mining. Small sized firms find it difficult to survive for the long period. According to the technology, before they are introducing eco-friendly technology in mining and production process, only with the help of the technology like recycling the steels and productions. The statement of the problem is the main concept is how the employee welfare impacts the absenteeism, how the employees are taking off for the long period. It is a wrong signal that the colleagues of the employee will get affected due to their absence. The major employed in customer facing roles or employment on production lines have to be invested by the management in the manufacturing sector that empower the workers who played active welfare role could not empower in the performance improvement and productivity. Finding the level of satisfaction is also more important how the company can take the measures and improve their goodwill. The main objective of the study is, my primary objective is a study on the impact of employee welfare on absenteeism. The secondary objectives are the welfare facility provided to the employees at the organization. To understand the welfare measures and its impact on industrial relationship. To know the level of satisfaction of employee towards the welfare facility. And what are the causes of absenteeism, how the level of work commitment of employees in the organization. To study the impact of organization on employee productivity. Scope of the study. The development of any organization depends on the regularity of employee. The study is conducted to know the various level and the reason for absence in the organization. It also revolves the awareness and satisfaction of the employee with respect to the welfare facility. By looking at, one can adopt corrective welfare measures to reduce the irregularity of organization goal. The review of literature is Bokerman in 2006 has found this research that employee commitment linked with the productivity. The inadequate equipments and advanced work conditions have shown to affect the employee commitment and intensive to take to stay with the organization as well as the level of job satisfaction and the fairness of pay. Manzoor at 2012 investigated the relationship between the organizational effectiveness and employee motivation, how it affects the factors of employee motivation. And the rule in 2008 has been said the time spent in the organization, salary is paid on the basis of the job. The compensation offered by the today organization is more important. Sarnalata in 2013 reveals that there is a direct linkage between the employee absenteeism and job satisfaction. If there is a dissatisfaction in their job, the employee will not have the interest to come and attend the job on the regular basis. They have to give a positive feeling to come and to the job. Then employee welfare, the Srinivasan at 2013 has said that they have identified the welfare facility and employee satisfaction, how it can be adopted and how they can be improved, like medical facility, canteen, working environment, safety measures are more concentratable. To increase the facility, it reveals on the productivity as well as the quality and quantity of the product. It is necessary for the organizations to concentrate to get more profit and goodwill, and it creates a brand image to the organization. According to Manzoor, 2012 has given more importance to the employee motivation. Shoban has given the reduced and provision of good housing facility and training facility. The compensation is also more important. Research methodology. For my study, I have been taken. It is a descriptive research because only the employee welfare if employee welfare is the main factor, it is an independent factor. It is go in depth about the how it affects the absenteeism. The methods of data collection, I used two data, primary data and secondary data. Under primary data, questionnaire is my tool. Under that, I have been constructed my questionnaire based on the open questions and closed questions. Under the secondary data, the monthly absenteeism data, yearly absenteeism records, leave records of the employee. The sampling techniques I have been taken for my study is simple random sampling and convenience sampling. The sample sizes in my organization, the population size is 800. In production department, there are 400. I took my sampling size is 120 based on the formula. Sample size is equal to n into big cap N divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. The sample area where I took my collected my data is from the employees of the organization. The variables I have been taken is under employee absenteeism is industry relationship, work commitment, compensation, motivation and training. Under labor welfare, work environment, health and safety and social security. These factors have been taken based on the review of literature. The outcome which has been I am expected, how it can impact the productivity of the organization, how it increase the job satisfaction and organization goodwill as well as profit. From my study, I have been analyzed and find the major problems. That is the majority 79.2% of respondents are male candidates. The age group of the employee is around 20 to 25 years. 28.3% of respondents having 0.0 to 2 years of experience. Nearly half 30.8% of respondent incomes between 6,000 rupees to 10,000. The respondents around 45.8% has strongly agree that they are a pride to work in the organization. The respondent agree they don't feel emotionally attached with the organization. 29.2% agree that work life affects the family life. 36.7% of respondents agree that the wages and salary meet their family expenses. 49% of respondents have free access with the top management. Then the 47.5% of respondents are dissatisfied towards the work environment. Vast majority 80.8% of respondents said yes towards the periodical medical checkup. 60% of respondents feel welfare officer really helpful and accessible. From the Chai test, I have been found that there is a significant association between income of the respondent and work overtime for unpaid job related works. Next factor is the factor age of the respondent and respondent's opinion towards the motivation training have no significant relationship, and there is no significant association between the respondent having don't feel emotionally attached to the organization and respondent satisfied level towards the medical facility, and there is significant association between the satisfaction with their current job and the satisfaction level towards the work environment. From the correlation study have been found there is a positive relationship between the experience meets the experience and respondents wages and salary meet the family expenses, and there is a negative relationship between the factors that the respondent feel pride to work in the organization and respondent have feel free access to the top management. The correlation is to find to be a positive that the feedback improves the respondent performance and the respondent feel welfare measure increase the productivity of the organizations. There is a negative correlation that the respondent's indirect compensation always paid on time and respondent feel welfare officer really free accessible. From this study I have given suggestion that motivation plays an important role in reducing absenteeism. Introducing the attendance management program, it suggests that the taking disciplinary action which will minimize the absenteeism. Introducing medical facility for the employee is more important. The employer has to communicate and know the expectation. They have to provide the transportation facility to the second shift to avoid the late comings and do their work completely. The canteen facility should be betterly improved by better quality and quantity of the food with the reasonable prices. The condition of the restroom should be improved, and they should have a recreational facility also. From the conclusion of this study, I have been suggest that finding the factors that provide the welfare facility to the employee at the organization, they should have a various facilities like proper ventilation, medical facility, transport facility, and welfare activity that is already provided to their employee, but they should be well equipped, and the organization should also consider the canteen facility, recreation facility, and periodical medical checkup. It should reduce the absenteeism in their organization. Thank you.